Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, folks? What's going on? Hey, just got back from hell and I got a story to tell. Just got back from hell and I have a story to tell. This might be one you want to share with your friends. Today is November the 1st, 2017. I'm not sure how many days exactly are until Christmas time, but it's not too far. It's not too far away. So I'm back from hell with a story to tell that will change your life if you listen to me. This video right here is that video. This is that video. This is for that change. This is for all of the people that have been saying, I'm on a fixed income, I'm on limited income, I don't want to lose my Section 8. Will this help? Will this mess up my Social Security? Isn't that funny? Good morning, sunshine. Isn't that funny how we're so conditioned to be poor that when opportunities come, we worried about losing our food stamps. Oh, if I'm going to go down that road to financial freedom, I'm not going to lose my food stamps, am I? I can't set up that business because I might lose my Section 8. I know a young lady back in my hometown who I believe she's a business owner. She's a business owner, comes from the projects, but she still lives in Section 8 housing. And she didn't say this to me, but someone who's close to me said, well, such and such told me that she's never given up her Section 8. Is that the definition of stinking thinking, y'all? Is that the definition of stinking thinking? You're not going to give up your Section 8 so you can't soar in life because you want to hold on to Section 8. You want to hold on to the food stamps. That might mess with my child support. That might mess with my VA pension. That's the mentality that is keeping people stuck. It's the mentality that doesn't allow people to be creative because we are so programmed and conditioned to only do the things that will allow us to stay inside of our little box. In that box, I'm going to call it from today on, it's the broke box. Oh yeah, that box is broken. Oh, best believe me. Trust, it's broken. So what I'm going to do here, because it is the first of the month, it is the first of the month, and this is like a Friday to most people. What am I going to do? Here's this. Oh my God, it's the first of the month. Okay, I'm going to pay off my bill. I'm going to pay my rent, get a little bit of food, save a little money to the side for some Chinese food, pay the lights, my food stamps coming in. I'm going to sell off those. And then I'm going by the third or the fourth, definitely the fifth, I'll be completely broke again. And then I'll wait for December. And then for December, I'm going to try to get some food. I'm going to pay off some bills. Still might got to hit the club. Still might got to get my nails done. Get my hair done. Get my toes done. And this is the sick, psychotic mentality that is prophetic poetic and real. It's art. It's the art. It's the drama that plays out in our lives. It's drama, y'all. It's a roller coaster. We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down, but this roller coaster just keeps going down, 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 and down, and it proves all of our fears to be correct. Everything you ever thought about that's negative, that's evil, that's a devil. Everything you've ever thought about keeps coming true in your life because of the stinking thinking. Not wanting to let go of the food stamps, not wanting to let go of the Social Security, not wanting to let go of the things that are designed to keep you in your box, your broke box. If that's where you want to stay, peace be unto you. But if you want the formula to come up out of your fixed income problem and providing you with a fixed income solution. Now, before I get deep into it, some people may just want to go jump because, you know, at the end of this, I have an offer, because that is the first rule of marketing. You must always have an offer. And you cannot be afraid to present your offer. And I'm going to teach some people how to do this the right way. I'm going to teach you how to sell by telling your story. I'm going to help people. I'm going to help you. Show you how to turn it all around. I'm going to show you how to get out of that box, which we now know is the broke box. One of my famous sayings is, it's hard to think no money in the bank. It is really, really hard to think. It is hard to recognize the omens and the signs, the tools, the people, the blessings that are right in our life every day. And a lot of times you can't recognize those opportunities because you bogged down with life. And if you've been bogged down with life, one thing after another just seems to keep going wrong, and you're on a fixed income, so it's like you can only do the same things over and over. Rent, your light bills, child care, maybe a Happy Meal for the kids. I want you to know, I'm not making fun of that, but I want you to know that I've been there. I've been the child who couldn't get the Happy Meal. It's not a good place in life to only be able to take your child or your grandchild or your mother or your father, only be able to do something once a month. Today's the first of the month. Today, people have come from hell, and today is heaven for them because they get a little bit of money. A little bit of money that it's not enough to sustain you and your family of 3 or 4 or 2 or 1. We've gotten so dependent upon government assistance to the fact that many of you are afraid to set up your own business because you think it'll mess up your welfare money, you think it'll mess up your WIC check, you think it'll mess up your SSI, you think it'll mess up the government subsidy that you've been feeding off of probably your whole life. And then if not your whole life, circumstances happen. And now you're receiving that. And because you don't have evergreen skills, You're afraid and you have to hold on to that. And anything outside of that looks scary. And I get it. I understand. It looks scary. That business looks scary. And the only reason that it looks scary is because you don't have the skill set. You don't have the skill set to effectively make it work. So if it comes to, I get it. When it comes to opportunity, people say, that's okay. And what's going to happen is because there's no track record for success in your subconscious mind. Because there's no track record for success in your subconscious mind, it's like having a filing cabinet. And you go and you pull out that file cabinet looking for a file. No different if you were at the job and the boss said, could you go to the file cabinet and pull out the Johnson's record? Well, what happens when you go and pull out that file for the Johnson's record and nothing's there? Well, if nothing's there, you're going to look and you're going to say, there's nothing there, sir. There is no file. You won't know what to do. So you close it and you walk away. Well, maybe that file was filed by the first name first and then, first name, then last name, but you just looked for the Johnson file. You didn't know it was Kim Johnson. You didn't know it was Steve Johnson. So because you weren't able to recognize the opportunity, you closed the file. Does that make sense? You close the cabinet. So what happens is our subconscious mind plays games and tricks on us. Makes us believe because there's no file there for success in business, success in movies, success in relationships, success in anything. Because when we go to that and open up that file cabinet, you don't see what you're looking for. So now understand this. When you don't see what you're looking for, there's a role. You have to understand the role that our subconscious mind plays. And all this is paramount to your success in anything. Anything. So now what happens, I'm a military guy, Marine Corps, right? Marines, right? When you're in your Navy, the Navy people know this also. There's a little sentry when you're in the military. There's a sentry that sits out on the front of the ship or the front of the line or in the foxhole. And that sentry's job is to warn you whenever the enemy is coming. I'm talking wartime situation. Whenever the opposition is coming. And its job is to say, danger, danger, danger. So you can't get mad at the sentry, which is your subconscious mind, when you come across a new opportunity that you've never done before. Automatically, that sentry is going to look, and in essence, what it's doing is that sentry is pulling open the file cabinet, and it's looking for files. You see, our subconscious will look for files. It will look for a body of work. It will look for something that looks similar to what it is that you're about to do. And if it doesn't see anything inside of your file, it's going to say, danger, danger. Don't go there. I don't recognize this. You can't do this. But understand this. No devil or nothing like that. No foolishness like that. It's the subconscious mind doing what it's supposed to do. Its job is to protect you. Now, let me flip it over. Let me give you an example of when it does have something, when the subconscious mind does have something in its head that can help you. So let's just take the story. Let's go to a baby. We have a baby that's just learning how to crawl, just learning how to walk. And he comes across a stove for the very first time. You're holding the baby in your hand or whatever. And the baby, because his mind doesn't understand, his or her mind doesn't understand that when the stove is on, that eye is on, when that burner is on, it's hot. Because he's never done it before, he reaches out to touch it and burns himself. And he pulls back his hand and he says, that's when he learns to talk. He says, hot. Now, the sentry was not at work at that time because it never experienced that before. But now the sentry, which is your subconscious mind, now has identified that that stove is hot. So now, when tomorrow comes or next week comes, and that baby goes back around anywhere around that stove, when he looks at it, his sentry is now going to kick in. His subconscious is going to say, that's hot. Do not put your hand there. And that baby will instinctively know now, I will not touch that stove again. So when you understand that all things work together for the good, you understand what the job of your subconscious mind is, when it comes to opportunity, hopefully this makes sense to somebody. When it comes to opportunity, you can't recognize it. You're not programmed to recognize it if you've never done it before. This is why people on fixed incomes will rarely open up a business. Rarely do something that will take them outside of this box, which is only filled with stinking thinking from your subconscious mind, whose job is to keep you safe. You hear a lot of people say, I just want to be comfortable. Comfortable. What I'm telling you is that you have to take risk. I'm telling you that your comfort zone is your failure zone. You're going down. Your comfort zone is your failure zone. Every time I hear someone say, I just want to be comfortable, it does something to me. It does something to me. Because your comfort zone is your failure zone, folks. You have to understand this. Good morning, Aretha. I see you there. You have to understand this. And when we look at our life and we're not happy with the results that we see, we have to understand that it's only a manifestation of how we listen to the sentry in our mind. It could be good. It could be bad. Good to you or bad to you. Now, with that being said, we get stuck up in what we perceive to be good. We get caught up in what we perceive to be bad. And we hold on to words that other people have identified or told us it's good or told us it's bad. Take a little bit further. This is where religion comes in. It has you guys all messed up. I'm not saying that it's bad for people. Some people need that in their lives. If that's what you hold on to, I'm not here to put my thoughts off on anyone else. I'm here to share some things that I've learned on how to bounce back from being homeless, how to bounce back from being a victim of child abuse, bounce back from feeling unloved, how to bounce back from the person closest to you in this world telling you that I should have flushed you down the toilet. These are the negative tapes. Now, based off of those negative tapes, my sentry, right? My sentry is going to warn me. I don't know if some of you guys might be old enough to remember this. Maybe I'm telling my age, but no biggie. When I was a little kid, one of my favorite shows was a show called Lost in Space. There was this little kid there was a family called the Robinsons. Little kid, Will Robinson. They had the robot, right? The little robot had the little arms like that. And whenever something of danger, think of your subconscious as that robot. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go Google it. Everything's on Google now, Lost in Space. And the robot's job was to protect the family. That's the sentry. That's the sentry in your subconscious mind. And whenever something would come up that could hurt that family, if the robot would do what? What would he do? He would say, warning, 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 right? Little arms come out, warning. That's the sentry's job. That's your subconscious mind job, is to protect you. But the protection is only based off of the seeds that are planted in your mind. And those seeds that are planted in your mind, you have to evaluate them and then reevaluate them. Because who planted those seeds in your mind? You didn't do it. It was your mother. It was your father. It was your grandmother. It was people who were doing things the way that they knew how to do it, from their interpretation of something being good for them or something being bad. Where did they get that from? Who told you something's good? Who told you something's bad? Right? This is where religion comes into play. Now, like I said, I'm not here to go after religions. That's not my thing. I just have to use that sometimes because that's where it stems from, especially in the Black community. So the only way to go from where you are to where you want to be is by pulling out those old seeds, things that you planted and harvested into your earth, into your heaven or your hell. Your heaven or your hell. So the purpose of this video is for people who are on a fixed income, that are experiencing the very things that I've been talking about. And it's even for people who are on a limited income. Because you see, in life and humans, it's about progression. It's about being better today than we were yesterday. It's about knitting the life of our dreams. And the way to find out if we're on track is to actually look at, you see, it's not hard to find out if stinking thinking is dominating us or not. Because the universe has made it so easy to tell. All you have to do is look at your life. The same way you see me on a live, it's kind of like a movie. And our life is a movie that we write the script for. So when we want to see how we're doing in our journey, all we have to do is look and see if is thinking keeping us stuck. And here's the problem. Here's the biggest problem that I face when I coach my students. Many of them will continue to do the same things that have got them in the same place that they're at because of habits. Because of habits. You see, it comes a time when we have to be real with ourselves. We have to look at that man in the mirror or that woman in the mirror, and we have to realistically say, is this the best that I got? Is this the best that I can do? You see, because God has given me something called kingdom citizenship. And with that kingdom citizenship, and believe it or not, doesn't matter. It's real. With that kingdom citizenship comes kingdom responsibility. And when you fully embrace the responsibility of kingdom citizenship, you won't sit around watching other people, because you know you're responsible for this thing called life. You're responsible for the indelible mark that you leave on this world. You're responsible. To me, I don't know what it means to you, but to me, that means the world to me. It means everything to me, because I'm in charge of not only creating the life that I want, but I'm also in charge of recreating it. I'm also in charge of flipping it. Whenever I look at the mirror and see things that I don't like, as long as there's breath in my air, in my lungs, I can change. I can change. You can change. Now, what is this whole fixed income solution? Well, remember, the lack of money. There's no such thing as a lack of money. There's only a lack of ideas. Money is nothing but an idea. And when I caught that, when I really truly caught it, I'm like, man, I got a bunch of ideas. Well, if you have ideas, but you don't have the life, what is the problem? What is the problem? I'm going to give you a little hint. What is the problem? It's you. It's you. It's you. It's me. It's me. You see, some people don't appreciate real talk. I love it because it allows me to see the deficiencies in my life. And the only way that I can see the deficiencies in my life is when I'm honest with myself, or if I have someone around me that's on a different level, that's been through what I've been through, that will tell me, that loves me enough to tell me the truth. And at the end of the day, isn't that what real friends are for? Isn't that what family is supposed to be for? Isn't that what our internal GPS is for? Because in life, we're going to get off course, guys. We're going to get off course. Can't help it. But there's certain things that you're doing that you're pushing yourself off course. You don't even know it because you won't get a mentor. You won't be around someone that has more. You have to be the smartest person in the room. But when you're really ready for success, you're really ready to go to the next level, when you're really ready to put in the work, that's when you'll seek me out. That's when I'll come in and help you. But until then, there's nothing I can do or anybody else can do for you, because it's the stinking thinking. And the stinking thinking leads to a loss of love, loss of life, loss of wisdom. Hard, and this does stem around your money, because it's hard to think when there's no money in the bank. So what I've decided to do, since it's the first of the month and I just came back from hell, just got back from hell this morning. You see, I'll go into the dark places. I'm willing to go into the hot places of the dungeons of my soul. Most of you aren't willing to do that. I'm willing to cut off from everything, cut off from civilization, cut off from people. I don't need to talk to y'all. But inside of that dark place, that hell, as long as you're afraid to visit that place, that hell, As long as you're afraid to visit that place, there's not much that anyone else can do, let alone you, because it comes from a place of sincerity, it comes from a place of realness, it comes from a place of openness and honesty. And until we can go into that and raise our hand and say, I do need help. Can you help me? Can you help me? It's what I had to do. It's what my mentor had to do. It's what my proteges had to do. You're no different. So many of you, I see your name up there, some of you guys. Sit up here and just listen to me every time. Why do you keep coming back? Why do you keep coming back? Because your heart and your spirit knows that this is real. There's a lot of fluff out there, magic beans and smoke screens. But your spirit recognizes my spirit. That's why you keep coming back. My question is, hopefully, I'm inspiring you in some way. You see, but I want to inspire you to take action. I want to inspire you to be a part of my team so that we can share these results with the world. Because I know how to do seminars and books and get sponsorship, and I know how to do all of that. Maybe you don't. So you see, you have to bring your gifts to the table. And that's why I have my calendar for anyone to get on whenever they choose to and contact me. See, I'm not going to hunt people down. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing right here. Even though I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I ain't going to do this anymore. But when I go into the dungeon, my heart and of my mind, and I listen to the voice. The voice tells me to do things that I say I might have said I'm not going to do. So I guess I contradicted myself. But here's the thing. Nothing has meaning except the meaning that we give it. So I'm not going to let what you say or even what I say stop me. Most of us let what we say stop us. Forget about other people. It's what we say. The negative takes in our own mind and we believe it. So what I'm going to do, what I'm doing, this is the announcement. This is the first of the month. Everybody's got money. Everybody has money. If you're on a fixed income, limited income, you have money because this is the whole system that you're caught up in, dependent upon someone else, and then being fearful that you can't go beyond your means, that you can't live the life of your dreams because you might lose your welfare. You might lose your food stamps. Well, to be honest, I want to help you lose your food stamps. I want to help you lose the welfare. I want to help you lose the SSI. And I want to show you a way to create so much income that you'll never be dependent upon the system again. I want to show you how to create income on demand from a limited position, from a fixed income position. So that's the problem. Let's not talk about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. What's the fixed income solution? Well, the fixed income solution, and don't let me forget. Let me see. I see Mary's name up there. Don't let me forget. I'm going to tell you the number one reason that people don't succeed. I'm going to tell you the number one reason why money is always a problem. I'm going to tell you the number one reason why you're following after people who are jumping around. Show you the number one reason that you're not living the life of your dreams. The number one reason. Remind me. I need to finish up with the number one reason. Remind me. If you're interested in never struggling again, okay, let me back up. I have a seminar, conference, summit that I'm putting on in my hometown next summer. Now, my hometown for me is the place of a lot of hurt and pain that I'm going back to face from a different. What I want to do is I want to bring people with me who have been coached by me in real estate, business, whatever. Help you find out your passion, show you how to market your gift, your dream. And this is why I just went over the whole stinking thinking piece. So if you didn't see this from the beginning, go back to the beginning of this. Okay? I want to bring testimonials back of all of the success that I've helped other people create. All of the people who had stinking thinking, all of the people who were on fixed incomes and limited incomes, who weren't living the lives of their dream. I want to go back to my hometown and rewrite my story and let you be a part of my story. Let you be a part of my book. Let me show you how to set up your business, your nonprofit, get sponsorship for anything you want to do, write your own book in 30 days like I'm doing. You see, I'm one of those leaders that actually do the things that I say. I do it myself. I hold myself to that standard. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I won't do or that I haven't done. And if it's the case that I haven't done it, best believe me when I tell you someone in my inner circle that I trust has done it. All right? That's the difference. I don't need to sell you something for the sake of selling you something. I want to show you that there are things and there are tools that you need in order to grow so that you can get out of this thinking. You can stop living in hell, to be able to go on to do the things that you aspire to do in life. Because we're all pushed. We're all motivated by something. Something motivates us. Whether it's a mother, a son, a grandmother, a mother-in-law that didn't like you, a father-in-law that didn't like you, somebody that was jealous of you, whatever. We're all inspired by someone. We have positive motivators and we have negative motivators, and they're both good. Don't think that one. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing about life that I found out in 48 years on this earth. I found out that we're going to have what we think is bad, and we're going to have what we think is good. Now, this was before I learned universal laws. Universal law says nothing has meaning except the meaning that we give it. But if you don't know the universal laws, you're going to think it's bad or good. You're going to think it's a devil. You're going to think it's God. You're going to think it's the angel. You're going to think it's Gabriel. You're going to think it's Mickey Mouse. You're going to think it's Underdog. You're going to think it's Ricochet Rabbit, whatever. But I know truth, right? I know that life is, when we talk about things that happen, it's on a balancing scale. And sometimes, oftentimes, there's going to be what you perceive to be bad things happening in your life. And it's going to weigh you down. It's going to weigh you down. This is the bad down here. What you perceive to be bad. I know nothing has meaning except the meaning that you give it. And when you think like that, it changes things around. So there's going to be some bad that happens. But I also know that in the midst of that, as long as you keep going, when you keep going, you're going to keep growing. When you keep going, you're going to keep growing. Then you're going to find out that that person, that thing, that incident, it didn't bury me. It planted me here. I needed to be planted here for a season as my roots grow stronger. And then you start to see the tables turn. And then some good things happen. What you perceive to be good things happen. But it's all supposed to happen. It's all an experience and a learning lesson to help take you to your ultimate Mecca. And so it's going to go like this sometimes. Sometimes it's going to go like this sometimes. And I just believe that throughout my life, my job is to consistently do what I'm what I'm led to do by the voice that's inside of me, by the whisper that guides me. And when I do that, things will take care of themselves. Yes, sometimes there'll be what you perceive to be bad, and sometimes there'll be what you perceive to be good. But if nothing has meaning, that means everything that you're going through in your journey is supposed to happen to get you to the place that you're supposed to be. Things happen to strengthen us. One of the quotes that I heard this young lady say, Miss Barbara Corcoran. She's the real estate lady on Shark Tank. And she said, the way that she can tell how successful someone's going to be is by how quickly they bounce back from adversity. And I took that and I held on to that for life. And I know that that's one of the secrets to life, how quickly you respond to adversity. So that means back to the stinking thinking, back to the century that's telling you warning, 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 and you're letting your fear stop you. Letting your fear stop you from doing that business. Letting your fear stop you from taking the next step. Letting that fear stop you from letting go of that relationship that you know ain't no good for you. It makes us stay in places where we ain't got no business being. No fluff, no magic beans, no smoke screens. So because it is the first of the month, we went over what the century's role is. We went over the box that we stay in, the broke box. We went over nothing has meaning except the meaning that we give it. We understand that you have to have a mentor, an accountability partner in your life. You say, well, I need an accountability partner, Cecil. Well, look at your life. If you're stagnant, stifled, stuck, if your life is lugubrious, if you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of doom and gloom, if you're hanging around people that don't understand the universal laws, that touch and agree with you on what they don't even know, that's why we need an accountability partner. Because those people can't do a damn thing for you. This is so much deeper than you talking in tongues on Sunday. So much deeper. Trying to put your hat and pearls dance together. So much deeper. Oh, I just got baptized. So much deeper. This is the real, folks. I'm here to be a reminder to you. This is the real. No fluff. No magic beans. No smoke screens. I just want to be as transparent as I possibly can be. Cried in front of you guys. Laughed. Done deals. Deals dropped through. It's part of life. So if you're in that position as the first of the month, and this is mainly for my fixed income people, this is mainly for my limited income people, I found the solution to your fixed income woes. And if you're willing to take a chance on somebody who hasn't had a job in 12 consecutive years, someone who's been an entrepreneur, walked away from their job. I started in the real estate 15 years ago. I walked away from my job February 17th. It'll be 12 years. I've come up with ideas. I've held seminars. I've written books, articles, hot sheets. Done some multi-level marketing, but that was before I went away. But people would always try to get me to do it because they know I know how to sell it. So what I did this time around is I said, you know, I know that real estate can be overwhelming to some people. Once again, it goes back to the thinking and what's in your file cabinet. And if there is no history of success in your file cabinet, you're not going to believe you can do it. You're going to listen to the sentry that tells you warning, warning, warning. You're going to listen to it because you haven't learned how to unlearn the self-limiting beliefs and habits that you already have. And when you get this, what I'm saying, when you catch this, when you catch this, you will understand that money is nothing but an idea. You can have it, you can lose it, it doesn't change you. You're not stressed out, you're not worried. You just come up with another idea. You market it, you package it, and you sell it. We have technology that's unbelievable right now. Unbelievable. Things that I didn't have when I started out. I couldn't sit up there and do no Facebook Live. And then put it on YouTube. And then put it in a mag. I could put it in the magazines, but I didn't know how to take them from offline to online like I know now. So that being said, I have identified a business opportunity that will allow you to get started today with your fixed income, with your limited income. Today's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to structure a business opportunity to build, put a real business. That means registered with the Secretary of State in your name, put that business inside of your name, and then promote you. Promote you. I'm going to show you how to get the traffic. I'm going to show you how to do the advertising. I'm going to show you what to say to the people that are going to call you for your new business. And what you're going to, all you're going to have to invest is $40. $40. And I'm going to show you how to turn that $40. Remember, when I come in, I'm gonna under promise and I'm gonna over deliver. I'm gonna show you how to turn that $40 one time, $40 into $400 a week. I'm gonna give you the framework, the blueprint to turn that into $400 a week. And then to keep this business going, there are expenses to every business, guys. There's advertising, there's buying your product, there's all this stuff. But in this one here, you only have to spend $5 a week to keep it going. And I'm going to show you how to sell benefits packages. I'm going to show you how to sell benefits packages to people who need the benefits. And then I'm going to show you how to become a leader inside of this business opportunity. It's the one that I found that I looked at several variables. And one of the variables was, how do I keep it down low so that anybody can afford this who's on a fixed income or limited income? And then the next thing I said was, how about like monthly maintenance? How do I keep that low? And I found that the opportunity to make $400 a week or more on your fixed income, to eliminate your stinking thinking, to give you the financial freedom, and we're going to build it bigger than that. And to learn how to really leverage other people to help you with your income. I said, let me find something. I found something that you would keep it going for only $5 a week. I'm also going to show you how to advertise the way that I do, free advertising. And then you work your way up to paid advertising. And then every time we bring someone else into this opportunity that's looking for a job, they're looking for a job. You're going to make double the investment, that's the one-time investment that you put into it. All right? Yeah, okay, thank you. So if that's the case, if this is something, and I'm going to coach you through this all the way. We're going to do case studies. And I want someone to go from a fixed income to $400 a week, $500 a week, $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week, $5,000 a week. If this is something that you're interested in, Now remember that century in your mind, because you've never done this before, it's going to tell you that it can't be done. But I'm going to tell you, as a guy who's done over $150,000 in a month, I'm going to tell you that it can be done. See, now my experience is different than yours. So your century might go off, but mine doesn't. I'm going to show you how to tame the cobra of fear. I'm going to show you how to set up a business. I'm going to show you the exact tools and only the exact tools that you need to set up your business to get tax write-offs so that you can then, listen, you can take 400 a week or 1,000 a week, come to Detroit, buy a house, flip that house, turn that 1,000 into 2,000 or 2,000 into 4,000. This is the steps. These are the steps that you need to make. Nobody just jumps from here to there. There's steps in between. And if you're willing to walk up those steps with me, I'm willing to show you and help you and hold your hand and show you how to get it. A businessman, I'm a hustler. Ain't nobody gonna hustle me. So if you'd like to be on my team, we're gonna eliminate this fixed income. See, I don't want you making a bunch of money and then keep holding on to your food stamps. We're gonna let that go. We're gonna let that go. You're better than that. You have greatness inside of you. If you're looking to learn from somebody who knows I know my greatness. Going to the next level is important to you. Or maybe, some of you just are thinking you can't see past tomorrow. The only thing you know is, well, Thanksgiving is coming. I have nothing to eat. Or Christmas is coming. That's what you focus on. And let me tell you something. Real talk. The people who just focus on the next day or the holiday, in my mind, my humble opinion, don't get mad. Don't be attached to this. But those are losers. Losers in life who haven't figured it. Let's just be real. Everyone's not a winner. You can be a winner. That's a losing. How about this? That's a loser's mentality. To focus on the obstacle and not the opportunity. I just said something to somebody. Many of you will never get out of your situation because you focus on the obstacle instead of the opportunity. That means problem is a level 3 problem. The only reason that it's daunting in your life is because you're a level 1 person. The problem will always be bigger than you. It will always cover you up. This is why personal development is so important. This is why understanding universal laws are so important, because it grows you as a person. You grow. And now that same problem that you looked at from down here and you saw the problem up there, you now sit up here and you see that little problem. You're like, wait a minute, that's what that was. That's only a level 3 problem. I'm a level 7 person. I'm a level 8 person now. I've grown bigger than my problems. I've learned to figure things out. I've gotten on a team. I've been led and inspired by someone who's already been through what I'm going through. So it's the first of the month. If you're interested in selling these benefits package, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with it. Let me just tell you what I'm going to do. Just started. I'm going to spend $40, invest $40. Then in 30 days out, give them $20 a month. But I'm going to take that, and in between this period today to that 30-day period, I'm going to make more money than I put out. And at the end of the day, that's what you have to learn to do. You have to learn to bring in more money than we put out. Most of us right now, we're really good at putting out a lot, but bringing in a little. If you want to learn how to flip your life and do that, that's what I'll show you. You can go to the website, www.fixedincomeSolution.xyz. There's obviously a problem. There's obviously a problem if you keep doing the same thing over and over and you haven't figured out how to get out of it. There's a problem. I figured out how to get out of it almost 15 years ago. It's not to say that I don't have my ups and my downs, because we all do on different levels. But if you want to go to the next level, you would go to fixed income solution.xyz. Now, as I close this out, I told you that I would tell you The number one reason why people don't excel in life. The number one reason why people stay stuck in the rut. The number one reason why we stay sheep and never elevate to the shepherd. Your job has never been to stay the sheep for all of your life. And if anybody tells you that, they're lying to you. I don't care who it is. Our job in life is to grow. Just like anything else in nature, it's to grow. And if you're not growing, that means your status also. You're not going to stay sheep. And the problem is you guys are staying sheep. You want to be planted somewhere. You want to... You want to be planted somewhere up under someone and just remain their flock. But isn't it about going anywhere, whether it's a job or anywhere, new experience, learning how to do that, and then going out and leading other people? You're not supposed to be the flock, the sheep all of your life. See, many of you sit up under somebody 10 years, 20 years, talking about, I got to... Same thing in this network marketing game. Learn from someone, take what you've learned, and go out and do it. Duplicate the success. They shouldn't be mad at you. You should love that. I'd love to see people prosper who've learned from me. I love it. Love it. Now we can both monetize more. Now I'm gonna show you what to do. Because you're making it, I'm making it. Now let's go get it together. Okay, the number one reason. Ready? Mary, you hear this? Your name is the only name I can see up there. I guess because you've been typing. But here you go. The number one reason that people, okay, let me tell you like this. How is it that you can have two people sitting right next to each other, getting the same information? Same information. One person takes it, their life skyrockets. The other person sitting right next to them, they fizzle. How is that? The same information. Choice. We make choices. We choose to do just like we choose not to do. I'm going to tell you why this person took off. I'm going to tell you why I took off. Because this one major thing, and I don't care what person's telling you that they have a secret training, a secret sauce, this or that. All that's good, but that's less than 5% of it, guys. Honestly, it's less than 5% of the success factor. Come here. Let me whisper in your ear. The number one reason that people will not live the life of their dreams, I don't care what the business is. I don't care what it is. Because you can make money in anything. You can make money delivering, picking up garbage. Make money in anything. But the number one reason that people don't live the life of their dream is because they never understand the word. One word. They never understand influence. You don't understand influence. You're afraid to get in front of a camera and talk. You're afraid to share your story. You're afraid to inspire other people. You're afraid to sell a product. You want to do everything out here to live the laptop lifestyle where we don't talk to people. We don't communicate. We send them to a landing page and we never communicate with them. There's a book called How to Win Friends and Influence. You see, this is why I say that when you're the smartest person in the room, there's no room to grow. The answer to everything you need, ladies and gentlemen, has always been in front of you all the time. We choose not to look. We choose not to listen. We choose not to dig for the gold. It's our choice. What do you do with your time? So inside of what I'm doing, if you get into this today and get started, fixed income solution.xyz. I'm going to show you, I don't care if you're in other things, I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. 40 bucks. Sell some benefits packages. Show you how to create whatever income you want. We're going to have a one-on-one. I'm going to show you how to create what you want. So with that being said, it's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. If you are with me, if you're coming in on the team, I'm going to give you videos like this to pass over to other people. I'm going to show you how to market them. And then I'm going to help you do it for yourself. We're going to make commercials. We're going to make these. We're going to learn the power of influence, how to win friends and influence people. No secret sauce. You can have more whenever you choose. You can do more, be more, and have more. How about that one? Or how about those three? So if you want to put a business together, even though you're on a fixed income, we can't let that be an excuse anymore. No more excuse. Live the life that we're designed to live. That's all I have for today, guys. Leave your comments, leave your concerns, share the video. This thinking's got to stop. It's got to stop. You're so much better than a struggle. And you should not be identifying with the struggle or listening to somebody that tells you you're in a struggle, because you're not. All right, listen, at this point, I'm a little bit hungry, a little bit thirsty. Push these up a little bit. Get ready for finishing writing my book. Reach out to some people and just inspire and lead other people, because there's a leader inside of you. Even if you don't believe it, there's a leader inside of you. There's greatness inside of you. There's an influencer inside of you. And when you let it out and wake it up and dust it off, I'm going to show you inside of this fixed income solution.xyz how to make it. And I'm not talking about 3 months, 6 months from now. I'm talking about let's do something to get some money within the next 7 to 10 days. All right? Instant money. Like that. I'll show you how to take the investment that you put in. I'm going to show you how to make it pay for itself over and over and over again. All right. So that being said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for leaving your comments. I look forward to helping you, being a blessing in your life, so that you can go be blessings to other people's lives. So remember, at the end of the day, keep God first and invest in people. That's my time, guys. For those reasons, I'm out.